Hello everybody and welcome back to Memory Gamma. Today we're going to be continuing with our reviews of the later packs, and we're going to start on the card packs. Now the card packs were a short run thing. There was 4 waves of them, 4 in the first wave and then 2 each in the second, third and fourth, for a total of 10 card packs that were there to reprice and reprint individual ships with additional upgrades and special bits and pieces and additional things from that ship. So these have all been reprinted. Now these were when they would come out. These came out as just a little card pack. So you just got base plates, special tokens for the ship, shields and the cards. There was no model with these. And I believe, although I might be wrong in this, but I believe WizKids were basically said that they can't produce that because they're a miniatures game and therefore they had to have miniatures attached to them. So the card packs basically came out and then that was it. So we're going to start with this one. This is the Prototype 02, the Romulan Drone ship. So as I said in the previous video, when I do a card pack, I'm going to bring up the original retail ship and the card pack so that we can have a look and compare both the price point and the cards in it. So with this one we have the Prototype 01 and 02. Prototype 02 is the card pack, Prototype 01 is the retail. So we're going to put them both up and we're going to go through both of them. We're going to look at the comparison, we're going to look at what changes between the two of them and the upgrades. So, Prototype 01 is the original retail pack. It's a 3333. So, that's a scary ship. That's very maneuverable, quite tough, and 3 attack dice is nice. This is an NX era ship, so it's facing off against the NX-01, the Vulcan ships, the Zindi, the Andorians, Tholians as well, I suppose, and the Defiant 1764. This definitely comes out in the top half, maybe even in the top 5 of NX era ships. So, you get evade, target lock and scan. Scan unusual for a Romulan ship, and also unusual for a Romulan ship, a rear firing arc. So only this and the scimitar or the Roman warbird gets a rear firing arc. So this is a really nice ship. Maneuver dial is also amazing. 2 and 3 hard turns are white, come abouts at white, and 6 green maneuvers. Now, as it's a drone ship, the upgrade bar reflects that. Triple tech, 1 weapon. That's it. No crew slots on this thing. And the ability of the first ship is during the end phase, each turn, repair 1 hull or shield. So, just passive self-repair every single turn. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Top tier ship. The O2. Exactly the same stat line, exactly the same maneuver dial, same ship layout and everything. Action bar's the same. The thing that changes is 19 points compared to 24, so 5 points cheaper in the reprint. Now, Prototype 01 does not get a reprice. This is the official Utopia. There is a Fremont Reformation Spuds costing, which is basically a informal recosting of all of the older ships to the newer price point. But for this is the official. If you are playing in an official tournament, or if you're talking about it in other forums apart from that, base cost is 24, 19 for Prototype 02. But that 3 points of repair is worth quite a few points. I'm not sure it's worth the 5 point difference, but it's definitely nice. In the planning phase for the Prototype 02, you can place an auxiliary power token beside your ship to remove 1 time token from each tech upgrade on your ship. So, put a lot of stuff on there with time tokens, an aux power token yourself to help refresh them faster. Very nice. Now, both of them also have this line. This ship may only be assigned Gareb or a Romulan drone pilot as its captain. I'll put a generic ship on here so you can see. 16 points is now the new price point for the generic. Loses a shield, loses the named ability, and loses a tech slot. But 16 points, that's a really nice swarm ship if you're looking for something very shooty. Captains, we have... Okay, the pack came with 2 captains in Garebs in the Prototype 01 and then 1 in the 02. So we have Gareb. Now, Gareb is interesting. You may notice that he costs nothing and has a skill of nothing. The way Gareb works is at the start of the game, after setup, so after everyone's deployed, you put a captain card underneath Gareb so that his skill number is visible. That is the captain skill of Gareb for the game. The cost is the captain card underneath -3, and he gets an elite talent slot for each icon on the captain card. So in the pack, it gave you Valdor, a 6 skill, 4-point captain with a talent slot, which gives Gareb 6 skill for 1 point and a talent. That's nice. I mean, there are ways of doing it more. I think there is no faction penalty for the cards underneath Gareb. It's just there as a reference. So you could put Shins on underneath and you'd get 9 skill for 3 points and double talent. You could put Locutus on there, and Locutus would give you 9 skill for 1 point and talent slot. So there's a lot you can do with Gareb. He's really nice. There is a final line. This card cannot be affected by anything that affects captain cards and may only be purchased for a Romulan drone ship. So Gareb can't go anywhere apart from the RDS, and he cannot be affected by anything that affects captain cards. So that's anything. That doesn't say upgrades, doesn't say card effect, it's anything. So if you've got a mission that says, go within range of this, disable your captain. No, Gareb's immune. He can't be hit by Gul Madred. He can't be killed by Blood Oath. He can't be killed by Seti Eel. He can't even be targeted by Seti Eel. He cannot be affected by anything that affects captain cards. So if you've got an ability that says, pick a captain on an opposing ship, well, nope, you can't. You can't do that. That is an effect on Gareb. You cannot target him. So he's amazing for being, you can't touch him. It also means you can't be discarded by your own effects. Now, you can only have a Gareb or a Romulan drone ship pilot as a captain. Admiral slots are still fine though. So you can put an Admiral on this ship to give him an even bigger skill boost. And you never have to worry about your captain being killed and the Admiral taking over, because Gareb is immune to all effects. Number 2, Jamal, the member of the... Now, both of these are members of the Aenar, which are the blind, white-skinned Andorian offshoot. Jamal, she cannot be affected by anything that affects a captain card, and she counts as a Romulan drone pilot. She is also, you may notice, Romulan and independent dual faction, because she's Andorian, and Andorians are independent. So, she's only skill 3, not a very good captain. However, as an action, pick an opposing ship in your primary firing arc at range 1 to 2. That ship loses 2 attack dice when they fire at Jamal this round. So, it's okay. I mean, it's a repeatable action to make the enemy lose 2 attack dice if they fire at you. It doesn't have, they don't have to be in your primary firing arc when they fire. They just have to be in your primary firing arc when you make the action. So you can move up, action, give them that, then they move. If they fire 360 at you, they lose 2 dice. So it's nice. Definitely, a useful action. And then the generic Romulan drone ship pilot just has 1 skill, no point. However, this card cannot be affected by anything that affects captain cards and may only be assigned to a Romulan drone ship. So again, it's just the placeholder for the I'm immune to captain messing around. Nothing can affect me. Nothing can discard me, target me, anything. There's no admirals, ambassadors or construction upgrades. Talents. There is only 1 talent that came with prototype 01. For Gareb, Core Overload. This is the self-destruct sequence. As an action, discard this card to perform the action. At the end of the activation phase, after all ships have moved, you destroy your ship and roll 3 dice. Every ship within range 1 suffers normal damage for each hit crit rolled. Cheat death cannot be used in conjunction with this. So, it's a bomb. Now, it's not locked to the drone ship. It is just action, discard the card, and at the end of the activation phase, your ship blows up. So the enemy, people only get to get out of the way if they move after you've acted. So if you're moving right at the end of the round, good chances you're going to catch someone with this. If you go action and do that, then you're really, really low captain skill. If you manage to get a talent slot on Jamal's ship and you're going at 3, everyone's got a chance to bomb burst away. But that could be useful. I mean, it's probably not the best idea to blow your own ship up as a bit of area denial, but using it as area denial is not the worst idea I've heard. So, tech upgrades. We have some were reprinted and some are the same thing. So we have propulsion matrix. This has actually been reprinted down here as a 3-point card. Both are legal, both are the exact same thing. It's basically if you reveal a 3 straight maneuver, you can perform a 4 or a 5 instead, and you get an aux power token. So it just turns your 3 white straight into a 4 or 5 red straight. Useful if you've got to really put the movement on. And it's not a disable, it's not a discard, it's not time tokens, it's not anything, it's just do it. Now we get some other ones. We get Disguise Protocol. Drone ship only. When defending, put 3 time tokens on your ship, and the attacking ship rolled -2 dice. So it's basically a 3 time token version of Jamal's action. So the enemy goes, I'm going to shoot at you, and you go 3 time tokens, lose 2 dice. If Jamal's already done their action, that's -4. Now, the rule of 3 does cap out, but you can make them roll very few or no dice. There is no minimum of that, as long as it doesn't go over the rule of 3. Repair Protocol, which is an end phase 3 time tokens for a 1 hull or shield repair. It's the named ability of the drone ship as a card. And there's no reason why you can't put that on drone ship 01 and give it double hull or shield repair. Makes it even harder to kill. Both of those are 1 per ship to stop you from basically double tapping it and just using them every single round. We have the Reinforced Hull Plating. It's a defending ability that when you defend, disable the card, cancel a damage result, hit or crit. 3 points for a disable, but it can cancel a crit during the compare result step, so it's 3 points. It's 3 points in a disable for an evade token. It's nice. It's a disable rather than a time token, so it's not brilliant, but it does have a use. We have a pair of cards here that are, we have a few cards that are linked together. So we have multispectral emitters. When defending, during the roll defense die step, disable this card and all your remaining shields for +2 dice. Now, multispectral emitters, it says all remaining shields, so remaining can be 0. So if you've got no shields left, this is just disable for +2 defense dice. And it works in conjunction with backup sequencers. At any time you may disable this card to activate all your shield tokens by flipping them back to their blue sides. Now of course you can't interrupt the sequence, so you can't, for example, disable all your remaining shields with the multispectral emitters and then in the middle of rolling defense dice reflip them up. But you could, it is at any time, so you could do it in between the steps. So before you get to the deal damage or the compare result step, you can actually go flip your shields back up again. Now they're both disables, but it is a way of getting bonus defense dice and then getting your shields back again. And then we have maneuvering thrusters. When defending, during the declared target step, you may disable the cards to place an evade token beside your ship, even if you've already got one. It's 3 points for an evade token. An actual evade token. So it's another version of reinforced hull plating. However, this is the declared target step. So they might go, right, I'm going to fire at you. You go, I get an evade. And they might go, ooh, you know what? Before you just, I'm not going to shoot you now. Them's the breaks. And the final one, Evasive Protocol. If your ship is in the primary or secondary firing arc of an opposing ship, put 3 time tokens on the card. Perform a sensor echo as a free action, and if you do, also remove an opposing target lock from beside your ship. Now there is a caveat line to that. It should say perform as a sensor echo action as a free action, even if you're not cloaked. Because obviously this ship is not a cloaked ship naturally. What it means is that it's 3 time tokens for oh, you're going to shoot me. No, you're not. And sensor echoing out of the way. And removing target locks, which is very nice. So there's the tech upgrades. There are some very nice ones and some less okay. Then we've got triphasic emitters. Now triphasic emitters came in the original pack at 4 points and in the modern pack at 2 points. They do basically the exact same thing, but one is 2 points cheaper. Both are legal, so you could use either one. And basically they both work. At the start of the game, you pick a non-Borg weapon upgrade that costs 5 or less and put it beneath the emitters. And then when it's your turn to attack, you discard triphasic emitters and flip the card underneath it face up and make that attack instead. Then discard that card. So it only works once, but it's a good way of hiding. So it's a 2-point card, triphasic emitters, in the modern version, and you could hide a 5-point weapon underneath, say some enhanced torpedoes or disruptor beams. And it's a way of going, okay, and then, right, now's the time, psych, and it throws out a one-shot alpha strike. A little sort of meta rule, a little meta thing here. You hide the modern Thaleron generator underneath it, which is a 5-point weapon card, and put it on the scimitar. And basically, it saves you 3 points on the Thaleron. Is something that I've seen people do. You also get a non-Romulan card in this pack at Tellarite Disruptor Banks, which are put in the card pack as a weapon for you to put underneath triphasic emitters. So it's a 4 dice, 3 points, 3 time tokens, and if you do at least 1 uncancelled damage, not crits. So if you only do crits, it doesn't trigger. Interesting. But if you do at least 1 uncancelled damage, the defender's agility is modified by -1 until the end of the game round. So basically, if you manage to damage their ship with your disruptor banks, everyone else that fires at them in that round, they lose 1 defense dice. That's got some potential. So you want to put that on Gareb, because Gareb's going to be firing at relatively high captain skill. So that's it. That is the entirety of the card packs. As I said, this is both ships, so these card pack videos are going to be a bit shorter than the big pack videos because it's only a handful of cards. So, A1 cards, Prototype 01, Gareb, Triphasics, and the Evasive Protocol that allows you to sensor echo. They are A1 top tier cards. Absolutely brilliant. I will say, I should have said there is Valdor. Valdor the captain is a captain in his own right. He can't be put on this ship without Gareb. However, what he is a 6 skill talent slot, 4-point captain that gives you an extra tech upgrade. So he's worth it in a normal Romulan fleet without bringing the drone ship. He's a worthwhile captain to bring in a normal Romulan fleet. He adds a tech slot and you can discard tech upgrades to get attack dice. There's not a lot of awfully cheap ones, but if you've got one that's disabled or that's time token you're never going to use again and it's the last shot, bonus dice is never a bad thing. So, that's the end of the drone ships. So yeah, Gareb, the drone ship, the Evasive Protocol, and the modern triphasic emitters at 2 points are absolutely top tier, amazing cards. And then everything else comes into the next category down of decently solid. So you throw on Repair Protocol, Evasive Protocol, and Disguise Protocol on the Prototype 02, and you can do them every other round. You do 3 time tokens on the first turn, end of first turn they go down to 2 time tokens, start of second turn down to 1 time token thanks to the ability of the ship, end of second turn, time tokens come off and you can use them again turn 3. So it speeds up the removal by another turn. So, you know, they're worth it. It's good. Jamal is nice as well. The flat skill 3 is not brilliant, but that action is a nice action. So that's the drone ships. Definitely a good shot in the arm for the Romulans. Even just the ship hull itself, triple or double tech weapon on a 3-3-3-2 generic with a rear firing arc. That's amazing. Stick a set torpedoes on board and fly it around with a 5 dice forward and rear 90. It's just going to do good work. But also scan as an action. Scan on the native action bar is a nice thing for the Romulan, especially on a more combat orientated ship like this compared to say a scout or a science vessel. So, thank you very much for joining me. Again, if you like the video, please like the video down the bottom. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have any comments about any of the cards, you want me to do a particular card pack next, or you want to say why aren't you doing this or this anymore, again, drop them in the comments. I read them all. Anything that needs responding to, I will respond to. Thank you very much for being with me, as always, and thank you for all the comments and the subscribers and the likes that I already get. It means a great deal that someone out there is listening and finding this vaguely interesting and entertaining. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time.